G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Biker Bits Garage, where we try and build custom motorcycles and tinker around with anything to do with mechanicals and adding and modifying motorcycles and bits and pieces. Righto. Oh, and now remember guys, you know I'm not a mechanic, not by a bloody long shot. So all you're doing is watching me, having a go, trying to bloody work it out for myself. Okay, so for the guys that follow the channel, you know this is on my list of shit to get done, and that is Harry, who is a 2009 Boulevard C50 800cc. This rear rack, it's an OEM Suzuki one that I bought years and years ago, and it's all gone pitted. So what I've got to do is take this off, bring it up to the bench, and then we'll have a close look at it. Rightio guys, I'll just let you know this one here, I was nearly bloody stripping that because I was trying to use just this Allen key. But I just realised there's nuts on the back. That's the wrong size, Mark. Right, let's see if that's a bit better. Like that in there. I managed to actually undo all the other ones. While doing that I went, hang on a minute, I've got nuts on the back. I'll just show you. Yeah. What an idiot. But anyway, we're getting it done. Jeez, look at that pitting underneath there. Rightio, finally got these bolts out. There's a bit of a... Rightio guys, let's get this. Actually we'll throw some light on that and see if that's going to bring it up for you guys. So now this, you can't buff this out, you can't polish it out, you can't do some magic thing. The chrome on here is absolutely buggered. So I'll just bring it down really close just so you guys can see it. So hopefully you guys can see that. It's just all flaky off. So it's a very tiny thin coat of chrome on there. Okay guys, so what I've got, this is actually out of Nay's wood shop. This is sandpaper for doing wood, but anyway, we're going to give it a shot. I've got to try and get this stuff off here somehow. So I've got really coarse stuff that's 60 grit. I think that one would be 80 grit, and this one is 120 grit. So I'm going to try the really coarse stuff first. Just see. If that is going to take much. Oh, yeah, not really. Not really. Go the less. Try that on a fresh bit. That's doing it. Now we'll just try the 120. So that was the, what was that, 80? Go over here. What do you reckon of that? Oh, it's all much of a muchness. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, we're getting some stuff off. It's going to be a bloody job and a half. I'll get out the electric sanders. I'll most probably use the orbital because that really gets digging in. See how we go. Well, by the looks of it, guys, there's not going to be any easy way about it. Just going to have to keep going at it. Rightio, guys, I'm going to give the old paddle wheel grinder thing going. I thought this might have been a bit too... This is a fairly well used one. I don't know what grit or what... Well, that's 120 grit. Just see, I thought it might be too aggressive, but we're going to give it a shot. And of course, I'm using all the safety gear. Oh. Righto, so clearly the old grinder is working, is going to do the job better. It's going to do it quicker. So I use the grinder, then I'll go over it with the sander to smooth out those the grinding. I'm going to have to get some other fluffy wheels because that's the only one I've got. Cool. As per usual, guys, I hope someone in the comments doesn't go, Mark, you should have done that. It would have been so much bloody easier. I'm always learning the hard way. Sorry, guys, I thought I'd better get the camera out. I was just sitting down, just having a bit of a ponder after doing this, grinding this down. Now, on motorcycle forks, I've done the whole, when they've got the paint, the grey paint on them, and they've gone all pitted and bloody crappy and oxidised and all that. Get out the sandpaper and you go through all the different grits and you can get it looking like chrome or really bright silver, whatever you want to call it. And that's done, and that's worked really bloody well. So I'm now thinking, this is aluminium, can't I do the same thing? Can I bring this up to a really nice shine, clear coat it? That might be the better option because I'm not holding much faith in the spray can. This whole video was supposed to be about giving the chrome paint a shot, even though I'm pretty sure it's not going to be any bloody good. We can still do that. This is just seen inside my head at the minute. And I'm thinking, well, I can still do the chrome paint. Maybe I'll grab one of the old motorcycle helmets, try and do the chrome on one of the helmets. What do you reckon? See what happens. Rightio, guys, so status update. It's late at night time. What I've managed to do is I went to Bunnings, got an 80 grip paddle flap bloody disc thing on the corded drill because it just bloody works better than the Ryobi one because this actually runs through the batteries real quick and you don't get as much speed as what you do with a corded one. Alright, so this is what we've got so far. So all the chrome, except for maybe a little bit just in here. I've just been concentrating in there at the moment using the drill and sandpaper bloody bits and pieces, but I'm pretty sure I've got most of the chrome off, even underneath there. So pretty much clean, but obviously as you can tell that's, you know, all scratchy. So now what I've got to do is go down in grit and move back onto this thing, start smoothing this up. And what I'm doing is, as I'm doing this, still could be spraying it, but I'm just going to just get all this smooth because I've got to get it smooth for when I do the spraying anyway. As we know, when it comes to spray painting, preparation, which I'm shit at, you know, I just want to get the bloody job done, so I just skip things and oh, that'll be right, she'll be all good. But I'm just going to keep going and I'm just going to see how this is going to start coming out. And if I go, well, you know what, I reckon I can get this up really smooth, that's when I'll say, no, I'm not going to spray it because I don't want to get it really nice and then go and spray it and it's shit and then I've got to really get rid of all that, you know what I mean? So I've managed to get some 240 grit, but I'm going to, at the moment, I'm going to hit that with the 120 grit, and that's just the wood sandpaper, I don't know. Once I've done the 240 all over it, then I'll go, right, will I go into the 800, 1200, 1500, yeah, to get that real, like I've done before. Rightio, so the old orbital sander with the 240 grit. This is what I've come up with. So it feels silky smooth. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of... It's obviously not bloody chrome yet. I'll say chrome, but you're supposed to understand that I'm saying it's going to be chrome, but I mean it looks chrome, so high shine silver. If I don't say that, people go, Mark, it's not chrome. The rocket scientists tell me that in the comments. They're good blokes, though. They do keep me on bloody track. So that's what we are. So now what I'm going to do, I've looked at this and I'm going, I just don't want to spray that chrome on it. Let's see if I can get this up nice and sparkly chrome looking. And we'll do that helmet, I reckon. Cool, that'll be a wet and dry sandpaper. I've got to see if I've got some, otherwise it might be tomorrow. Rightio guys, so status update is that I found some wet and dry 320 grit. So from what I showed you before, I used the orbital sander using the 240. Now I've moved on to the 320 doing wet and dry. So that's what it looked like after doing the orbital sander, and this is what it looks like just with the 320, and I've just hand done that. What I've done before is I've actually used this stuff and I've taped it onto the sander, actually not an orbital one, but I think the other one, just to save on the bloody old elbow grease. So that's pretty good just with 320. So now I'm going to jump straight up to 12. This is 1200. Normally I would jump up to 800, but I don't seem to have in my I think this is all. It's to 1200. That's to 320. Yeah, it's all I've got. So I'll give this now a quick run. So it's just bloody dump it in there and then go chung 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 for a little while and see how that comes up. And then I might even give it a quick buff, and then we'll look at it and say, is that the way we're going to go, or are we going to spray it with the chrome paint? I don't believe it's going to be the chrome paint. Rightio, 10 minutes later, in the bucket, just hand sanding with that 1200. This is, I'll try and get the glow. So you'll see that there's a few little marks. Now this is just a test, so I'm going to go back all over this again through the different grades. I'll get the 1500 as well, but this is done with 1200. Now let's just give it a quick buff up and see how it comes up. So I'm just putting some polishing bloody compound on there. You can already see that starting to come up. I might just go on to the final, where is it? Number 2, number 3. Well, I don't know guys, I reckon that is going to be the winner. I don't think spray paint. Hang on a minute. Right, let's just have a try and get a close look at that. So you can see that. Well, you can see the bloody camera. The camera's just shining off in it. There's my hand. You can see my hand. Now this is just, as you saw, this is just rough as guts, and I've already got it looking like that. So I'm saying there's no way that chrome spray paint is going to be any better than what this aluminium is going to buff up to. The other thing is that this is going to be a whole lot harder wearing. I'll put a clear coat on it that'll stop it from oxidizing. So that's it. That's what we're doing. So now tomorrow, because it's, I don't know, it's after 12 o'clock. Tomorrow I'll get all the different grades of sandpaper, do the whole bloody lot. It'll be sparkling, we'll clear coat it, boom, done. Then we'll get stuck into using that chrome paint for the helmet. Rightio guys, so I've gone and got a whole heap of bloody sandpaper. I went to Super Cheap. I didn't realise they have the 1200 in these round pads. So what I'm going to do is start from, go back to the 120, just the stuff, the wood stuff out of Nate's shed, the 240, then I'm going to try and jump directly to 800, so that's that stuff. So I'm going to try and do this without doing any wet stuff. I've also got some 800 and some 1500 wet and dry stuff there as well. I'm not going to show you, I'll just show you each finish. So once I do the 120, I'll then go, this is what it looks like, 220, jump to 800, then 1000, blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm into it. Oh, and I'll be using the orbital sander. So I'm really interested to see if I can do all this without the wet and dry and using an orbital sander to do the whole thing from the start to the finish, because that's going to just save so much of this bloody elbow grease, make the job a whole lot easier. Interested to see if I can do that. Rightio, so this is the 120, yeah, the 120. So it's actually roughed it up more than what it was. And I'm not going to be too worried about the inside, but it's all going to get a run over. But there's going to be, you can most probably see, there's going to be some deeper marks in there from the grinder. I'm just not going to worry about it because you just don't see it. Okay, so 240 grit, done all over. Like that. All there. Beautiful. So now I'm going to go into this stuff. So my only, I've got to jump straight up to the 800. Would have been nice to get something in between, but anyway. Straight onto that one. Rightio, so 800 grit sandpaper. That's what we're getting. Remember, orbital sander, no wet. I'm getting greyer by the minute, or silver. Righto, so next is the 1000. I'm excited. Alright, here we go. Okay, so now this is the 1000. So it's now had the 1000 grit all over it. So now we're going to get ready to do the 2000, jump straight to the 2000. And I'm saying, man, this is just, I wish I had known this earlier. I reckon this is going to work. Man, my hand is turning silver to match my hair. Holy shit, guys, I better show you this because I just started using that 2000 and just watch. Yeah, so I just started doing it just lightly and I'm going, oh my god, it's already coming up like chrome. Is that not bloody crazy? Look at that. That is nuts. Righto, so now I'll just go over this properly and then we'll go from there. Guys, I'm bloody excited. Alright, so there you go. So that is still just using straight up sandpaper. So that's the 2000 and that's already got a high shine. So imagine what it's going to be like when we get the polish on it. On the inside. So obviously you can see all those marks. So to get rid of that, all you got to do is just spend some time on the lower ones and get those deep scratches. Even on this side, where are you? Hang on there. You can see there are some scratches there. Oh, where am I looking? Where's my finger? Oh, there it is. You can see some scratches in there, so that's deeper than the smooth stuff. So I could go back over and properly do it, but you guys know what I'm like. I'm not going to be that fussed about worrying about it. This is going to be 100 times better than what it was. Man, that is just magic. Rightio guys, so I got myself a new buffing wheel for the drill and some new bloody polish stuff. Suppose I just do it like that. Righto, I don't know, I'm excited. Let's see what happens. Wow, that's I don't know if you guys can see that. Righto, I will just finish this, I get all that polished up and that will be the end product. Then we've got to spray it though, and hopefully the spray doesn't dull it off too much. Now remember, this is not going to look as shiny as the chrome that's already on Harry. There's going to be a difference. But I've been running around with this rear rack the way it is for ages, and this is 100 times bloody better than what it was. So there you go. Rightio guys, so there it is. That is it, all cleaned up. I used some wax and grease remover just to get whatever leftover bloody polish. So what I'm now going to do is I'll bring you over to the desk and we'll have a really close look at it. Rightio, so here we go. So obviously you can see there are still plenty of scratches in this. And there seems to be like little divots and stuff too, which I don't think I might have done that with the angle grinder more than likely, but yeah, so that's what the deal is. I reckon on here, I don't know if you can, hang on, whoop, which way are we going? That way. Yeah, see those marks there? I reckon that's leftover chrome. I didn't get that off properly. And I think this side's really, I'm upside down guys, so it's hard to, yeah, I could have done a lot more on there. This side came up, whoop, backwards, mark, spin it, yeah, there you go. So that side came up pretty good. Now the other thing to remember is on the insides of there, I haven't really done that very well. And then of course you've got the underside, which I didn't worry about too much at all. But all in all, for me, but yeah, for me, this is gonna do the job. Harry's just Harry and I'm just me, and I go, that's great. So, but I hope for those of you guys out there that, you know, go, nah, Mark, that's pretty bloody rough, and that's fair enough. You can do it if you spend the time. Like each time I did one of those sandpaper, I only spent like 5 minutes for each of the sandpapers. So starting with the grinding, if you just try to get that nice and smooth, spend your time on doing it, and then each of those sandpapers, you should get that up to a point where like some of the spots on there would be just super smicko. Alright, so the next job now is to put the bloody clear coat, and hopefully it doesn't wreck it. Rightio guys, so I just wanted to let you know, so before I do the clear coat, so this is the fork on the CB250, which I did the same thing on, but I did it by hand. But as you can see, I might just try and zoom you in there. So you can see it's kind of like a bit dulled off. Now when I start to put this stuff on, it should come back up. And this is what I don't want to have to do with that rear rack, and that is have to every now and then grab some of this bloody metal polish and do this. Like that, you can see all that. So that's all that, what do you call it, the oxidization stuff coming off. Don't quote me on this stuff, remember guys. Then you just buff it up like that, and then hey presto, you're back to that chrome. And if I zoom you back in again, so you can see down there, and then you come up, and then you hit, it goes back to the chrome like that. So basically, by clear coating it, you don't have to do that every now and then just to do it. Not that that's hard, but it's just, you just don't want to worry about it. Rightio guys, so what we're using is this diamond clear, which we're going to use on the CB250. It says bloody great for metal and coatings and whatever. I'm not going to worry about doing the inside of it, the underneath. I only want to coat the outside. Righto. Well, at the minute, it's dulling it off, but hopefully that's going to dry okay. Obviously you can see how it's dulled it off, but hopefully that's going to dry okay. Because currently at the moment, I would say that would look like what the chrome spray would look like. But that the mistiness should dissipate. Right, guys, it's been 15 minutes. I'm coming back for the second shot. It's not a clear. I reckon I most probably didn't spray it close enough. Anyway. That's what I should have done the first time. Yeah, I was too far away and it was just leaving the little, kind of like little bubbly kind of things, if you know what I mean. Getting it closer, and it's a fine thing between getting it, if you're too close you'll then get runs. But yeah, it gives that a smoother, yeah, way better. Alright, give that another 15 minutes. Last and final coat, so that doing it closer, that fixed the actual problem. So, closer. Is the trick. Bloody brilliant. Righto. I'll give that an hour or so, I'll come back and then we'll have a close look at it. And then tomorrow you've got to wait 24 hours before really handling it. Then we'll whack it back on Harry, that should be a job done. Rightio guys, so it's the next day. It hasn't been 24 hours and I actually put that rack on last night. I shouldn't have, but that's what I'm like. I just got to get shit done. I'm a very busy person, bloody shit going on everywhere. So that's it. So it is, as I said, I tell you what, we'll bring it out into the sunlight so you can see a lot of the imperfections. But it's chrome looking, and we'll take it outside and see what it looks like. Righto, so here we go. It is out. Whoa, it's a bit bright. Right in my eyes. You can hear that noise. It's just Nay over there in the bloody wood shop. So I'm saying I'm happy with that. That's what I'm going to keep, but I will just bring it over into the shade. Rightio, so now we're in the shade. And this is the thing, I mean, when you just stand back, yeah, you can see a slight difference, but I mean, that's because we're looking at it, analysing it. Get you up close. So obviously chrome, definite difference. So the clear coat has dulled it off slightly, or it has dulled it off. But there you go. I'm calling that a job done. I'm not even going to bother to, because I was saying that I'd most probably nothing was going to work and that I would then just go and get it re-dipped, chrome dipped. I'm not doing it. Well, there you go, guys. So that's fixing Harry's rear rack, getting rid of that chrome and making it look chrome as best as I could. Now, obviously, it could have been done way better, but most of you blokes know what I'm like. That's going to be fine. Now I can get on to the next project. Although, we didn't get to test how this bloody chrome stuff is going to work out. So as I said, here's a helmet. It's a bloody extra small. It's one of the boys' helmets from when they were little bloody kids on Pee-wee 40s. Never use it. So I think what we'll do, and I won't do that in this video, just try and keep this one as short as possible. We'll try this stuff and make this thing look chrome, hopefully. What was I going to say? Yeah, some people won't like what I did or how I did it, and how not good a job I did it. Everybody has their own ideas on you know, all that kind of stuff. If you're like me, don't worry about it. I see motorbikes as a tool, a fun machine. It's to get on and just go and have adventures on it and have fun. It's not all about looking at it. Don't get me wrong, I love looking at perfectly beautiful motorbikes. It's great. I look at them, I like it, I walk away, I forget about it. You know, I see old clunkers and stuff like that. I see them, I reckon they look awesome. I walk away, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, you know what? There was one out at the Castlemaine Antique, Old Yeller. I might be able to get a bit of footage of Old Yeller. You see that, and then days, weeks later, you know, it pops back in my head. I think, oh man, that'd be cool, and you'd be cruising down the tracks on that, and you know, that kind of stuff. Anyway, but that's the thing. Everybody's different. Some people are more vocal in you know, putting shit on you for doing shit jobs and all that kind of stuff, but don't bloody worry about it. As long as you're happy, it's all good. Well, there you go, guys. That is this video done and bloody dusted. Hope you all enjoyed it, got something bloody out of it, who knows. Rightio, remember, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.